discuss all the games that are going on and discuss Jason's ridiculous lack of knowledge of European geography as he let the side down from the Americans earlier on. So it's 1-0 to Europe right now in the Solheim Cup of geography.
It's capital of Maine. It's American geography.
We're not playing that game. We're not going.
Because you're going to lose that game.
I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. And we also have Tim, the producer in the background, who's got the overlays right tonight. The lower thirds are now correct. Well done, Tim. Congrats. One gold star.
Actually.
However, we are into our third and final match of the night. Now, I wanted particularly to show you the winner of Na'Vi VG versus Absolute Legends, because Absolute Legends have actually knocked out Virtus Pro. So we've lost Virtus Pro and Ninjas in Pyjamas in the round of 16. Top 2 teams in the world have gone out in the round of 16. Amazingly, it's always happening in the RaidCall EMS1 shows. I don't know what it is about this particular cup, but it always springs up surprises, which we love, of course. We saw fnatic go through safely against the Nexus in the end after a hard-fought game. They now go up against the last week's winners, the Copenhagen Wolves. So these two Danish sides, predominantly Danish sides, they are Scandinavian after, there's a couple of Swedes in there too, will go head-to-head in the quarterfinals this week, where only one of them can make it through. They are both previous winners, of course, fnatic having won cups last season in the first ever RaidCall EMS1. Copenhagen Wolves having won the opening one this time round. And as I said earlier, if you aren't on RaidCall, go and download it. You can grab it from the website and join 1997, and you can join in all the chat. It's slightly different tone of chat to Twitch chat. That's all I'm saying, and I'm leaving it there. You went there.
Oh, yeah. I'm not afraid.
You're saying Twitch chat's toxic?
Yeah.
They're going to hate you now.
They know it. Look at... Okay, let me alt-tab and look at chat, and let's read the comments that are being made.
Let's not do that. Let's instead... dear me.
Why does Paul look so old? See?
Yeah, well...
I'm actually making that one up. Sorry.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me, but that's a fair thing. I mean, you know, I am 75, so that's the way it goes.
Well, would you rather look young for your age, or would you rather look old for your age?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Exactly. So if you say 75, then
I mean, the thing is, age is talked about all the time, right? And to be honest with you, you're only as old as the woman you feel.
I feel like a word's missing in there. But hey, look at it this way. You're doing a job that you love. And how many people in the world have jobs that they hate?
I am very lucky. I'm very fortunate I can do a job I love and be able to commentate on all the games that I love as well. We are going to drop you into the game now, so let's get you into some Counter-Strike. Oh, that's a bit loud and Larry. And it will be fnatic versus Copenhagen games. And we are ready to rock and roll. The knife round will come in. I am going to get you to do a knife round, but you must do it in any other accent other than your own.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tried it once. It was terrible.
What? Really?
I tried it once. I remember I tried Australian. It didn't work out.
Check the Twitch chat right now. See if there's any suggestions.
Maybe I should do it like it's League of Legends.
Oh my goodness.
We forgot our whole thing we were going to do. We'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, we did. Oh. No, let's not tell anyone about that, but we will do that tomorrow. That was challenge accepted, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow and see if people can pick up on it. Now we told them to expect something as well, so they'll have forgotten.
It's a stripping game where...
It's a what?
Every League of Legends reference I make,
Wait, what?
I take off a piece of clothing.
What? I'm pretty sure I never agreed to such a bet.
But getting back to the game, Copenhagen Wolves, we saw them in cut number 1. As you said before, they were the winners of that, taking down NIP and LDLC in the finals. And we also saw them take down a Nexus, Western Wolves, and Absolute Legends all in the entirety of that cup. That is just ridiculous. The teams they took down to win that was insane. And we'll see if they have what it takes to take down fnatic this time and advance into the semifinals and maybe even the finals, which will be happening tomorrow.
Indeed. Team lineups, Carrigan, Free, Smoddy, Trace, Zip. It's a familiar lineup, if not because Carrigan's back and wasn't back, if you know what I mean. We also have lining up on the other side, Cajun, Dupree, Wants, Device, and Fetish, a man that I knew a lot from in the Counter-Strike Source days. A fantastic strat caller, I have to say. Here we go then. And Sacre Bleu, it's time for the knife round.
Keep going.
It's not German, it's a French. And these people have no culinary skills with knives. They're usually used for food, and these people have no idea how to use them. Instead, they bludgeon, and they gut their friends. Oh my God. Qu'est-ce que... whatever. I don't know. Let's make up as we go along.
You know what? No, give you a little bit of round of applause.
Yeah, really?
Doing what I can do.
All right, okay. We've done French before, though. It's kind of boring. If you have got any suggestions, leave them on Twitter, because I can't see Twitch chat right now, so I can't see what trolling's going on and what's actually fun. Or just leave them on Twitter for me, at Paul Challoner on Twitter, and I will try my best to pick out 2 of the better ones for tomorrow's semi-final and the final. If you're not sure what we're on about and you've tuned in and you're thinking, what on earth is this?
Jamaican. Oh, I love that.
I've done Jamaican.
You have?
I did Jamaican. Iman. Yeah, I did Jamaican. Yeah. Yeah, we're just chilling out here waiting for the knives. It's pretty poor, but, you know, we did go there. It was rubbish. So we've done that one to death.
But speaking of deaths, we haven't had any just in this pistol round so far.
Good segue. And it's fnatic versus Copenhagen Wolves in the quarterfinals of the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup. And just as we say that, Freese opens things up. Cajun comes back and picks up the revenge frag, but Trace deals with him. And it's now a 4 versus 3 in fnatic's favour. The Battle of the Danes. Well, mostly Danes anyway. Let's call it that for now. Sure Moddy won't mind. And with 55 seconds remaining, Copenhagen Wolves having lost the knife round are on the bottom. Carrigan absolutely smacking through Device. That was a brilliant little shot. And has got themselves a 2-man advantage now. Dupree is down low. If he can pick up one, he can pick up the first one. And he's now going to be a little bit isolated, but Fetish has also picked up a nice little kill on Carrigan. And we're now at 2 versus 2. 30 seconds to go here. Big round. Ts usually win pistols. That's the result of, well, perhaps the Glock, perhaps something else. But statistically, 65% of matches played on the pistols are won by the T side. Moddy picks up the first one. The bomb was not planted, and we're now at 1 versus 1. Dupree now has to get the bomb planted and does so. Now, Trace has the huge job of getting in here, picking up the frag, and he's going to come to the window, and Dupree picks him off with Glock power, and Copenhagen Wolves pick up the opening round. Wouldn't you know it?
Apparently Dupree's talking about lag there. If that's true, that's a little bit unfortunate. But Freeze, we saw him pick up the first frag of the round. And we saw him do that in the game just before this against Rattlesnake, getting the shot on outside, gets a headshot again. Freeze showing he's very strong on the pistol round, at least outside. But unfortunately for them, Copenhagen Wolves did win the first round, which means an eco round for fnatic. And the auto director, why are you taking us down into lower? So I'll watch your screen instead, as you are on Freeze, watching the outside. Apparently we have 2 different directors here, because I'm on 1 different section.
I do find that quite funny that we've both selected auto director and our 2 different PCs, and they both select completely different people to watch.
But Cajun takes out the first kill, gets Carrigan down. Remember, this is an eco round, so you don't really expect too much out of fnatic here. As Cajun picks up a second one, Dupree picks up one for himself, but Monty picks up a kill here. He might want to try to get in there and potentially pick up a kill. But still, a 3-on-2 situation for the Copenhagen Wolves. They're played a little bit safe here. They do have 2 Galils, and it looks like an Uzi. They do have bomb in the hands of Device, and you know, we have to say in Cup 1, Device played just phenomenal as he actually gets taken. Actually, doesn't get taken out. That was Cajun, sorry, but Freeze picking up a kill in the end in an eco round. They picked up 3 kills, so not terrible, but not what you wanted.
A little bit more expensive. 4 kills from Dupree. Got 3 of those in the first round. Cajun with 3. Once with 2 and Fetish with 1 Device yet to score, but he's only died once from the 2 rounds so far. Just a poll, quick straw poll in from the Twitch chat. Thank you for tuning in and watching the shows this evening, and thank you for completing the list of countries that I can possibly insult via the knife round. German we've done, Swedish, we haven't done Swedish yet, Dutch we haven't done. South American, what is South American?
See, I don't know if he's talking
Portuguese or Spanish. You've got to choose one of the Polish, Korean, Hispanic, but the last 2, Pirate and Irish, but I've done both of those. In fact, Joe did, I did Pirate. Joe did an amazing Irish one accent, actually, in last season's Cup. It was, if you haven't seen it, go and find it on YouTube, because it's absolutely brilliant. It's my favourite one from last season. Meanwhile, it should be another steamroller, and only Zip remaining right now.
I'm trying to decide, is
4.
South American, is it like southern part of America, or does it actually mean like South America?
Yeah, I mean, it says Southern American, but that might be, Tim, is that like, hey, y'all?
Oh,
like
gosh.
Texas?
I lived there for 7 years in Arkansas.
Kansas.
Yeah, and I knew many people that were married to their cousins. And we only had one African American in our entire school.
Let's move swiftly on before we
But
get
he
into
became a
trouble.
professional football player.
Okay,
So
that's
really
pretty
cool. I was really good friends with him.
Cool story, bro.
Anyways, we do have the first buy-up round for Fnatic here. And obviously they're on the counter side, so should have an advantage here in the overall first half, but down 0-3 off the bat. And we'll see how Copenhagen Wolves, or, you know, how Fnatic can deal with this, having to pick up potentially the first round or even fourth round for the Wolves, as we see Trace getting some damage down to Cage and B. It's more down on him than he takes, but now we're tagging along with Kerrigan by Volcano for some reason. Maybe something's going to happen within the next couple of seconds, as he is actually going to be walking up it right now. He will be able to pick up a kill here, or maybe not, as he does get Dupree, backs off instead. Only takes a little bit of damage, and that has shut down the Wolves in terms of where they've been wanting to go for this round. But it looks like they will continue down these Volcano stairs, or at least just pick up an AK. And Bomb is currently on Fetish. As we're tagging along with Freeze in the garage. It's an easy shot right there. Gets the kill on the once. And now Madi on inner. Watching both entrances to the site right now. As they're just walking around Fetish now. Going down to lower through Volcano stairs. Just don't want to flash. The director is just switching around too much. Like, there needs to be some steadiness here.
Not touching.
I know. What is it doing? Anyways, Cage and B with this AK going outside right now. There is a person in garage, but, you know, Fnatic 5 members to 3. They do have the advantage in this round. 20 seconds left. The clock is ticking away. Bomb needs to get down relatively soon, as it looks like it will be on inner, but Trace gets an easy kill on a Fetish. That's pretty much 2 easy kills for Fnatic overall. And now a third comes in. And Copenhagen Wolves device, last man standing, 10 seconds to go. Has the bomb in hand, but he won't go anywhere with it.
No, he won't. So, an easy 3-1 scoreline right now. So the first one on the board for Fnatic, and it was a fairly straightforward round in the end. They are on the CT side, so obviously the easier of the sides. And I also want to point out something from that last round. We get this every single time we do Nuke, and I don't know why it's still happening. You called some stairs the Volcano Stairs.
That's what Joe always says, so I follow it.
Yeah, no, and you're absolutely right. They are the Volcano Stairs. That was something that I actually invented.
Really?
So that was one of those commentators. You know when commentators name places in maps?
And that's due to...
That's what I actually know. I'll come back to it in a minute.
No, I know why.
This round. No, yeah, I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you why at the end of this round.
No, I know why.
Oh, you know why?
Yeah, 3D
okay.
Volcano. He made the map.
Absolutely right. He didn't make the map.
Well, he
made some changes, and those stairs were his changes. And Valve actually adopted the map.
It's gotta feel good.
You know your stuff. Minute remaining in round number 5. And despite the shattered glass, there's no Johnny H. Jazz here just yet. It's 5v5. 45 seconds remaining now. That was one for the 80s, by the way. Dupree about to pop into main here. Has Once with him alongside. Deagle in hand here. This is very Trace-like, isn't it? Not going to work out the way it did for Trace, though. And 3 gunned down in a hail of bullets from Fnatic. Cajun replying back. Modi then picks up another one. And Device will be the last man standing yet again. And he's got AWP here. And this is going to have to be huge. And that's, well, that's the opposite. That really is the opposite. And that's poor. So, 3-2. Fnatic nicely back in the game.
Well, even though they did lose the round before, they had the luxury to be able to buy up this one. But it's still only up 3-2 currently. And with Fnatic on the CT side looking to hold it down. They played a pretty good CT side, I have to say. I mean, it wasn't amazing because the Nexus was able to take a couple of rounds off of them, but it was enough for them to lock down the game and move on, obviously, to this match. And looks like the Wolves will be pretty much saving up here. Looks like they're going to blitz the outside, though.
This could be a field day for Freeze here, couldn't it? He's already had a couple in the last game. Look at that, 2 in a row. Both headshots. Carrigan's now come around the other side as well. And he's got himself 2. So it's 2-2 between Carrigan and Freeze this round. And who gets the third and final one? It's going to be Zip. Who gets the 5th and final kill? You're right, are you stabbing yourself?
No, my pencil won't work. I'm trying to write down some notes.
Oh dear. We've had a catastrophe here in the commentary booth.
Oh, there we go.
No, the pencil lives.
Sense.
The pencil lives.
That made no sense.
We're at 3-3 right now. Game on after the opening round was won by Copenhagen Wolves on a bit of a clutch. And here we go. Immediately, Device picks up the kill on Zip on the outside. Freeze, on the other hand, as well, he's got himself in a little bit of trouble here, and well, we backed away from him in the end. I'm actually going to go back to him because I think he might just pick up another kill here, and he does pick up a kill on the outside, and there's another attempt at it. Not quite this time round, though. And fetish has been able to get down towards the stairs. He's lost a teammate on it, though, and that's very expensive indeed. He's now to just 7 points of health for once, and he'll go down under fire from Modi, who's picked himself up a double in the round. And fnatic now lead 4-3, and that should be Copenhagen Wolves in money problems now.
Well, it looks like they will be ecoing again, so I fell into that trap, the Joe Miller trap of being stuck with the ecos, but either way, I actually like eco rounds because like we mentioned before, at CSGO, it's a lot different. You can really come back, you can really actually take those rounds relatively...
They're not called ecos anymore.
What are they called?
They're called Joes.
They're called Joes, all right. So Copenhagen Wolves on the Joe right now. See, that makes me think they're on the bathroom. Anyways, looks like they are rushing outside right now. As KGB does get picked up by Zip. Fortunate for him, he doesn't really get off that pot. But Madi picks up a kill on a Dupree, and they just get destroyed bottom. Even Device getting a team kill on the Fetish. And once, he didn't want it enough, as he couldn't pick up a kill there on Freeze. Or Kerrigan, or anyone.
I've remembered what the capital of Maine is.
Really?
Pun City.
What? I don't even get that one.
Damn it. It's not much fun if you don't get it. You did the whole once joke.
Don't worry.
Pun. Intended. So, 5-3. And fnatic right now, having put 5 rounds together in a row without reply from the Copenhagen Wolves, the winners of the first cup this season in the RaidCall EMS 1 Summer Cup. As Kerrigan picks up the first one, can't get the second though. Fetish is going to reply back, and Device gets absolutely picked off actually from long range on the top of heaven by Zip. Modi now coming face to face with Fetish. Can he win the battle? He can. There is another man behind him though, and it's not a flash, it's actually a smoke that's going to be deployed. And Modi just having to wait back here. It's 4v2 now. Once and Cajun have to try and win this on their own. And this would be a 6th straight round. Otherwise, Cajun now coming close to Freeze. Freeze is going to pop round the corner. And Cajun easily picks up that frag. Nicely positioned and nicely done. Now 3 versus 2. Things start to come back towards fnatic. Looks like they were going to blitz them earlier on. But now, Copenhagen game's back in the round. It's now 3 versus 2. Can they pick up another one here? Trace about to down Cajun. And he is going to pick up Cajun. And it's a 3 versus 1. And Once isn't going to be alive much longer. Zip with the final kill of the round. And fnatic lead 6-3 with 6 straight victories.
That just shows the strength of fnatic on that side. As obviously, you'd expect, I guess, out of any team on the counter side of Nuke, but it looks like Copenhagen Wolves will be buying up yet again. 5 AKs in hand. The real question is, can they get this round? Can they get back in the game? We obviously talked about, you said that 3 rounds isn't terrible on the Terrace side, but...
It's good. I mean, without a 9 so far, 3's great. I take 50% of the rounds on Nuke every time.
That's actually a third.
What?
Out of the 9 rounds, they've gotten 3, so it's a third.
Well, yeah, all right. 33.3%, 3 recurring.
Anyways, Freeze on the outside, throws that grenade. Doesn't really get too much damage done. Smoke going to be coming down out of Device. Looks like they're going to push towards Volcano, or maybe inside right now. As we have Kerrigan going to be walking around the corner against Dupree. He does actually get killed by him. And that's a nice start for Copenhagen Wolves. It's a 5-on-4 situation. Freeze trying to get some vision here. But the smokes are just providing too much for them. Even see Zip actually picks up a kill onto Once in a headshot. And Trace. Can he pick up a kill here? Can he defend the site? We will find out, but the director won't show us. And Zip now trying to guard this ramp rune as they switch right back to Fetish. Come on, director. You're killing me here. And he's sitting by Volcano stairs. And now he's right to KGB, right when I start talking about and then they go to Trace. Okay.
Do you know, it's funny, isn't it?
I just swear it's you doing it.
Here we go. Flash going in from Trace. The thing is, right, we're actually both getting bitchy at an imaginary person.
I know, right?
Which makes it even funnier.
Well, it looks like Zip actually will be able to pick up the kill on the KGB, so now we're 3-on-2 situation. 97 health on Device, 97 on Fetish. They do get the bomb down and lower, but we have Freeze coming in hard. He actually picks up the kill on the backside of Fetish. And now Device, it's all up to you. We saw so many clutches out of him in the first cup. Can he do it yet again? He does, unfortunately, get picked up by Mali. And that will be the 7th round straight for fnatic.
In the midst of the smoke, the defuse will come in. And fnatic will pick up another round, 7 for 3. Is the scoreline for fnatic. That's 7 rounds straight as well now. Zip is 10 for 5. Carrigan with 9, Freese 9, Modi 9, Trace with 5. And the Copenhagen Wolves right now struggling to get above 6 on the waterline. Find themselves 7-3 down after winning the opening 3 rounds. They'll still be okay with that though. Looks like we've got a 3-2 split right now. 3 men pushing on the outer walkway. Once on top of yellow, Device and Dupree just below them, whilst Fenish is just inside. Now Dupree is actually going to go back here and leave the other 2 men outside. So interesting little tactic from Copenhagen Wolves. Into lobby. Cajun now trying to push ramp and has spied one, has fired off some shots. That scared them a little bit, but fnatic have not moved. Just to slow them down a little bit will be the smoke. 50 seconds remaining in this particular round of 11 of the possible 30. Talking about momentum earlier on, well, fnatic have the big mo right now. They're 7 rounds out of 7. 34 seconds remaining. Cajun finally decides he's got to try and hit this bomb site and go through the ramp room. Does pick up the frag on Zip as well. They got some damage done on Trace, I believe it was, and now Once comes in to pick up another kill. A Device now and Fetish come back. Brilliant. They've just absolutely smashed through them on that round, and Copenhagen Wolves got sick to death of losing and have added a 4th round to the board, and fnatic now can't afford to lose any more on the CT side of Nuke.
Now, how many rounds do you have to say for the Wolves to pick up for it to be like a fantastic half for them? Do you think 5 is about that mark?
4's fine. I would be okay. If I'm playing T-side and we've won 4 out of the 11, I'm very happy. If we win, if we don't pick up another one now until the end of the round, I would be a little unhappy. But 10-5 is absolutely fine for Copenhagen Wolves. Any more than that, and, well, it's Christmas time for them. Whoa. Brilliant little shot through the gap. It is a common shot. Freese, what the heck was he doing there? Just showing his shoulders off. Was he trying to get a suntan or something? Well, no, he was actually trying to nail Once, and that was easily done, wasn't it, in the end? 4 versus 4 now. And this should be, I was going to say a straightforward kill, but actually I think there was a flash came before we switched over to Freese, and he ended up having to spam through the smoke at the same time. And now Fetish with the set smoke. That's going to fly through the windows, and here comes the flash in towards the bomb site. Cajun with a double flash. Inside they go. Pop through the squeaky door at the same time. Zip's going to have to come back through. Does deal with Device very nicely indeed. Couldn't get the second one on Dupree though. And fnatic Trace is just above him. Will pick up the first. And the second. Couldn't get the third. Cajun coming around behind him. And he's now the last man alive here against Freese and Zip. And he can do this, you know. 25 points of health, yes. But good positioning here. And a sneaky little bomb plant low. And Cajun... well, I would have gone down the first vent, but ooh, this is going to be close. And he's popped the vent now, and they know where he's going to be. Into the smoke, the bomb gets planted. They've at least got the additional cash. If they know, not quite through the smoke comes Zip. He was having none of that, and it was just a shame for him in the way that he had to pop the vent door, because that's what gave his position away. It's 8-4.
It's still Browns going back to back right there. Still great job by fnatic to really brush off that last round. Able to pick up round number 8 for them. As we are into round 13 now of this first half. Obviously, this is in the round of 8 right now. Winner of this will move on to the semifinals, which will be held tomorrow. Both semifinals and the finals, which will be a best of 3. Not to mention 100 points for the cup and 600 euros, or 600 euros. Dollars, yeah, I knew it was dollars. I just couldn't remember it fully. That makes no sense. $600 in your pockets. So, fnatic, can they hold on? Can they pick up a couple more rounds? Or the Wolves, will they strike back? Will they show their claws and maybe get a 5th round of the half? They are bought up right now. They do have 3 AKs, 1 Galil, and I don't know what Fetish actually has on him just yet. Some damage. Actually, wow, Trey's getting a fantastic shot on a Cajun B. Takes him down, gives him a nice 5-on-4 advantage. Looks like Fetish is going to pick up that Galil. And try to maybe pick up a kill onto Trace, though. Oh, okay, so you're... why is our auto-director showing different things again?
Well,
Anyways.
I actually wanted to see if Freese was going to block the outside because he has the AWP. But no, he's gone back inner now. So I switched over to him, and then the auto director said, no, I'm going to switch away from him. So I was like, all right then. That's fine. Set flash going through Squeaky. Two-man push through the door. Check up, check left, check right, check Moddy. Moddy checks him, though. And they have managed to pick up 2 frags, but Carrigan then coming back up the vent on one side did get the first one. Freese then from nowhere. Actually, I couldn't even work out where the heck he was. He was from the top of heaven, so top ladder right now. And he's now going to go in with a pistol, and that hasn't worked out very well for him, but he has got fantastic cover from his teammate. Brilliant teamwork from Carrigan and Freese. You'd think they've been playing together for years. Oh, wait, they have. 9-5 is the scoreline right now. And fnatic need to carry on the way this is going. 2 more rounds for them will give them an 11-4 half, and I'd call that even Stevens.
And we have seen the Wolves actually, if I remember correctly, against NIP, they had a very strong counter-terrorist side. They had a tough time picking up the last couple of rounds on the terrorist side, but they had a very strong CT side. Actually, I'm mistaken. They did play terrorist side first. But either way, they are going for a 5-man push on outside right now. It is an eco round. It's a Joe round, sorry. And Freeze missing his first shot. Zip going to peek out towards heaven, though. It's actually not going to hit anyone. A little bit of damage done onto Copenhagen Wolves, but they're just getting shredded down by Carrigan. They do pick up 1 kill, so now they have an AK. Can they make a play off it, though? Can they make it worth it? Looks like Device and Dupree.
Oh.
Wow. I was trying to say that maybe he's going to come up, get him on the window room, but getting taken down won't be 1 by 1, and that is 10 rounds now for fnatic. And we're in the last round of the first half. Paul, who's going to win this one?
Well, yeah, Fetish asking for HP 4, says Freeze. Says Fetish. So we are in the last round, as you rightly said, Jason. And it's a big round, really, because fnatic still need this one to make it 11-4. And if they then convert their pistol, which they will have the T side to do so on. And look at this. Actually, no. Double grenade over the top, left Device with just 5 points of health as Trace picks up a very straightforward frag with the AWP on once. Carrigan coming back in with the M4 kill on occasion. And fnatic doing very nicely, thanks very much, on this round. Oh, what do you know? Through the box, that one actually counted. I didn't see it through the box. And look at this. Zip higher! Just in behind Dupree. Fetish is now the last man alive, and he has to go 1v5, and he's not going to do that for much longer. Carrigan, the only man to lose 51 points of health in that round, and fnatic win 11-4 in the first half. That's just about even, as far as I'm concerned.
And taking a look at the scoreboard, I mean, looking at the Copenhagen Wolves side, 8-13 Fetish, which in the first cup, Fetish was the one who was always last in terms of, like, you know, KDA. So Dupree 7-12, and the big story for me is Device. He's 6-12 in every match that Copenhagen Wolves played in Game 1. He was always top 2 on the scoreboard. He was always making the big plays, and he was shut down so well on the terrorist side here because against NIP, he was the man to go outside with an AWP. He was the man to pick up that first kill, that much-needed kill to really open up some rounds for them, and fnatic has done a great job of shutting him down.
Yeah, this is it's very much. I know that the community is very divisive at the moment, and it's just starting to come together as one complete community for CS:GO. But it's still very divided. There are still those that would prefer to see 1.6 come back. There are still those that would prefer to see Counter-Strike Source come back, and instead, neither of them are coming back. We are now moving into the age of CS:GO. But as we do so, rivalries do get drawn up, and we've got one right now. This fnatic team, very much an old-school 1.6 team. The Copenhagen Wolves, very much an old Counter-Strike Source team. So there's some needle there, I think, between the two things. And certainly the two communities, the two sides of the community, as it were, the divisive side, have got something that they can cheer about right now, because they can cheer for fnatic because they're really ripping through Copenhagen Wolves right now, despite the fact that they won the opening one. Moddy with a double to finish things off. And fnatic now lead 12-4. How big a round could that pistol turn out to be?
Extremely well for fnatic, and you know, this is going to be an eco round, obviously, or I keep saying eco, I mean Joe round for Copenhagen Wolves, but you know, looking at this is probably going to give fnatic two more extra rounds, and then they'll be one away from pretty much making it the worst possibility, a tie for them. fnatic showing off very strong right now, and maybe the Wolves, who actually did pull off quite a few eco rounds in cut number 1, let's see if they have that magic happen this time. Looks
Magic indeed.
Looks like Fetish and them are just setting up towards the ramp, expecting a really solid push out of them. But it looks like that's actually happening on the outside. As Kerrigan gonna peek out, gonna actually get taken out by Dupree. And just as I talked about, Copenhagen Wolves doing very well, picking up eco rounds. We see Freeze at 3 health. We see Kerrigan down. And Copenhagen Wolves looking very strong. They want to pick up that gun, but unfortunately for them, they just can't get out there to get that. There's the team. Looks like they are rotating over. And they're trying to stop this push on the outside. We see once over on ramp room. Going to get some damage onto Trace. Wow, actually gets the dink right on him. 29 health. And Copenhagen Wolves are looking very strong to potentially take this round. As Fetish almost attacking his own teammate there. Getting a little bit antsy.
Tell you what, that's most unfetish-like as well.
Maybe that's what he's into. But either way, we do see Freeze pick up the first kill for fnatic, and then Device comes out big, taking the kill on the Freeze. So now, wow, and back to a 3-on-3, and just as I said, a 2-on-2. Come on, guys, you're killing me. Kills coming in too quick. Once dropping down to lower, gets the bomb down, gets an AK in hand. And Copenhagen Wolves looks like they might be able to pull up the secret round. And we do see Zip pick up the kill on him, a 1v1 situation. Cajun B, last man standing for Copenhagen Wolves, 45 health, and Zip with the AK, 94 health. We'll get the bomb down at lower. As we do see a 1v1 happening here, and Zip picks up the kill, but either way, you gotta give some credit to Copenhagen Wolves. They got a lot of money out of fnatic, getting those 4 frags picked up. And it looks like they will be buying this round, all 5 of them picking up Famises.
All in double figures right now for fnatic. Copenhagen Wolves, unfortunately, all in single figures, bar Cajun, who is 10 for 16 at the top of the kill board for his team. We head into round number 18. And Copenhagen Wolves on the back foot a little bit here, but they do have a bye. They've all gone for Famis this time round. We've seen how strong they can be before, and Nexus showing us on this exact map just how strong a 5-man stack with Famis can be. Meanwhile, it's 5 AKs the other side as Freeze firing off through the windows. Has taken a lot of damage himself, actually. Down to 28 points of health, having been spammed to death through that top corner. You can see Fetish looking across from top ladder right now. And it's just up in the corner. Actually, I'm just going to show you. Oh, well, I was going to show you until the man decided he was going to go away. But that corner there, firing all the way across. And you can see, look, bullet holes through there. That's where he was standing. On the side, so spamming his way through did work because he was down to 28 points out. Trace and Zip now also sub 30, but they've managed to get rid of 2. Once then coming back round and picking off Kerrigan. They've only got weak men remaining right now. Modi, the only man with any decent health, has got 82, and it's a 4 versus 3. Flash goes in. Once gets disposed of by Modi. Now a grenade, followed up by Fetish, is it? No. He's going to back away, and Freeze is going to pick up the headshot on him, and he couldn't even get out of there alive either. And now Device is 1v4. If only he knew how much health these guys have, he would probably want to go for it. As it is, it's going to be exit kills. He's going to get 1, he's going to get 2, but he isn't going to win the round here. Bomb, tick, tick, ticking away. And fnatic now lead by 14-4, but that's 3 exit kills for Device. And an expensive end to the round will help out the Wolves in round number 19.
Still, I mean, it's not... If you look at their entire team, they don't have a lot of money to spend. They know they have to win this round to pretty much stop that potential time from happening. I mean, overtime from happening. Let's see what they can do. fnatic 2 rounds away from clinching their spot in the semifinals of Cup number 2 of the EMS CSGO Summer 2013 series, or season, I should say. And Cajun B over on ramp, switch over to Fetish sitting in heaven, and it looks like fnatic just being a little bit passive here, not really trying to force it in too much.
Oh, awful flash from Zip in radio. That definitely ranks as one of the fail flashes of the season so far. Luckily, it hasn't cost his team just yet, although Cajun and Fetish have combined to pick up a double. And fnatic down to 3. Cajun waiting patiently at the bottom of ramp. Device waits for Zip to show his head, and now he was waiting for a headshot. That's what he was waiting for. It doesn't matter though. Double up Device, and Kerrigan will now be last man standing, and is going to find himself 4 Wolves. 30-odd seconds remaining, won't find any more, and Dupree finally gives his Danish friends a point on the scoreboard. It's 14-5.
Well, the Wolves haven't been put in their cages just yet. Still have a chance to win this game, have a chance to come back. And to be on any side of any map, this is probably the side and map to do it on. Let's see if they can pull it out here. fnatic does obviously have the money to buy up. I'm crossing my fingers because they're all holding knives right now, but I'm pretty sure they have the money to buy up.
They do.
Okay, whew, feel better about myself.
But they haven't.
Now I feel terrible. I'll let you do this one.
Should be a turkey shoot, really, because Copenhagen Wolves right now have already lost 2. Are we going to change at some point, or what? There we go. Oh, didn't even see any. Didn't care. Auto director didn't care.
He's like, he said they bought up. I don't want to show you anything useful. But I mean, just playing safe because, you know, why kind of go for a buy when you're not going to be fully decked out in guns when you're still ahead this far? You still have a chance to close this out. You have very many, or tons of rounds, at least 10 to go, where you could potentially, you know, pick up 2 more.
Absolutely, yeah. They're not in any hurry. They've got an 8-round differential right now, so they'll use that to their advantage and play safe when they need to play safe. Although I did notice a couple of Galils in the armory for them this time round. Certainly Carrigan and, well, certainly Trace rather, and Moddy have those. See the gunshots coming through from the CT side. All of it has done a little bit of damage actually to fnatic. Carrigan, Freese, Zip all slightly taken down. Dupree completely taken down by Freese that time round. 5 versus 4. This should be straightforward though for once. Revenge frag confirmed. Carrigan now about to blast out into, oh, he's looked the wrong way here and somehow still gets the kill. Ridiculous skills from Carrigan. Absolutely ridiculous. Should never have won that battle in a million years. And somehow the flick shot pays off for him. Bomb planted now. And fnatic with just Trace and Carrigan remaining. Make that Carrigan on his own with 2 points of health in a 2 versus 1 right now. He's already clutched once tonight in a 3v1. Not going to be able to do that with 2 points of health though this time round. Copenhagen Wolves, they're still in this game. It's 14-7 and they're on the comeback trail.
They're showing that they still have that bite. They still have that drive to win. See fnatic with about 4,000 money on each person. Let's see if they're going to buy up here or maybe go into another Joe round. Looks like that indeed will happen. And fnatic, they still have all the rounds to go, but they need to just get those final 2 rounds. I mean, we asked you earlier in the show, you know, what's the hardest rounds to pick up? And you always said it's number 15 when trying to go into 16. And fnatic is still 1 away from that. We see a nice grenade going out to the outside. Gets Carrigan down to 62 health. This device is going to be, like you said before, Turkish shoot picks up 2. And will he be able to pick up any more here? We'll find out shortly as he's going to run around red box, pick up the guy on top of entrance. I don't even know what to call that anymore.
Main.
You call that main? See, Joe calls it something else.
You're talking about the little entrance there? Yeah, main. That's main, where he's just walked in.
We used to call it corridor, I think, back in the US.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I mean,
Z.
some teams have different names for stuff. I know I've noticed, actually, the difference between US and Europe is very different.
Yeah, we don't say zip.
Very different.
We say Z. Like train, Z halls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heaven and Hell. I'm pretty sure that one's EU side as well.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. 14-8 right now. And fnatic still 2 rounds away. And we're with Device, who is now AWPing. That could be deadly for fnatic, couldn't it?
Ooh. fnatic getting taken down very low from some spam.
I was just staying with Device just to see whether he got a pick on the outside with that AWP. They are trying to make their way towards him. He should pick up an easy kill on Freeze. Does so, confirmed. And finished down to 25 health. So he's got to be careful now. Oh, Moddy! Just absolutely blown away by the AK shot from Cajun, who was coming down ramp. And now Zip's going to have to try and rotate back through radio. In fact, they've got 3 of them down through radio towards Ralph. Cajun's now going to come under a lot of problems here. And Device does pick up 1. Cajun with the 2nd. Device follows up with the 3rd. And Copenhagen Wolves are still hungry like the wolf. It's 14-9.
I believe that was 3 rounds in a row for the Copenhagen Wolves there, if I'm not mistaken.
Confirmed.
And they, honestly, 7 rounds away from winning the game, I guess you could say.
Just as easily as fnatic can win it with 2. It's still anyone's game. I mean, the reason it's anyone's game, we should explain to those that aren't familiar with Counter-Strike, is that it's on a very CT-biased map where basically you give away For every 3 rounds you lose, you have to try and get one of those back. So if we take that sort of formula right now, whoa, Freece. What on earth was that?
He ate his Wheaties
That
today,
was just disgusting on device. That really was.
That might even be illegal in some countries, what he just did.
May well be. Was an amazing little shot from fnatic Freece.
Oh, that grenade.
That grenade's perfect. It really is perfect. Such a sweet grenade. Landed at the feet of him and took a whole ton of damage. Trace down to 17 points of health now. Doesn't make any difference to Freece, though. He's still motoring through here. Modi with a double on Fetish and Cajun. And fnatic now start to show their class. And Once is now last man alive in a 1v3. Has already dealt with one. And the other two are going top heavy. Oh, if Trace, is he going to stay there? Oh, fantastic headshot from Trace to finish the round off. And fnatic move to 6 match points. I don't even know who fnatic are.
I was trying to think of something really... Never mind. Anyway,
it's like the Pointer Sisters when they sung Automatic. Instead, they sung Auto-Fanatic.
Who?
The Pointer Sisters. I'm ripping out all the 80s classics tonight, and you haven't even noticed.
I got
honestly.
Michael Jackson, that's about it. Maybe Bananarama.
I did a Johnny H. Jazz joke earlier as well.
I was looking at
you. Up that one. Yeah.
Like I had no idea what you were saying.
Yeah.
But either way,
it's all cool. It's all cool. Just, you know, look up your 80s retro music. It's fantastic. A nice little grenade in to Radio Room there. Does chip away at Trace. He's down to 76, and Modi and Zip both took a little bit of damage from that one too. But 1 minute and 12 seconds away from the Copenhagen Wolves, last week's champions, being dumped out of the cup at the quarterfinal stage by the former winners of last season's cup number 3 was fnatic. They actually came into the cup in Cup 3, by the way, without a single point from the season, with a brand new lineup, and won the entire thing. And Trace again, just ridiculous. But this time, slightly more ridiculous is that he didn't even check to the right-hand side to find out where Fetish was camping. And Dupree now can pick up the frag on Carrigan. And maybe, just maybe, the Copenhagen Wolves live again. And again, Device picks up one. Modi replying back. We're now at 3 versus 2. Zip with 16 points of health. Modi with 83. Bomb heading towards the lower areas. No, actually, well, we might get a change here. Zip's going to go top ladder. Oh, he gets picked off easily by Once. And now it's all down to Modi, who does the same thing. And Once does exactly the same thing too. Match point saved, 15-10.
Well, obviously, if it doesn't work the first time, you should do it again, and
of course.
It's going to be different. Unfortunately, it wasn't for fnatic right there. But 15-10, Copenhagen Wolves doing a great job of getting this game, or just, dragging this game out, having a chance. They've shown their class in the first cup, winning that one out, getting that 100 points, getting the $600. They might be able to advance to the semifinals here if they can take the next 6 rounds, or sorry, next 5 rounds, and then go into overtime against fnatic. fnatic on the ego right now. Like I said before, they have 5 more match points to go. Well, yeah, 5 including this round. Dupree getting taken very low as Aldridge doesn't feel like showing us that, but Fetish going to be spamming over towards yellow. Looks like all 5, at least 4 members of fnatic are on the outside. We see Fetish pick up a kill on the freeze with a nice headshot. Will he be able to get a second one though, as he keeps missing some shots, but ends up getting 2. Device picks up Carrigan, and it is a 5-on-1 situation. Trace, you're dead. You're dead, bro.
So, gap comes down to 4. Is this the round fnatic confirm their place in the semi-finals? We will bring you the semi-finals and the grand final tomorrow night. Tune back in at 7 p.m. Central European time. No time for tea. I don't know where I was going with that.
Is that an 80s song?
No, no, it was just rubbish singing by Red Eye. 15-11 is the score. fnatic trying to shut things down here. They've gone for a bit of a rush in the upper bomb site, and I think Dupree was flashed out inside. I have no idea if he saw Modi go down, and Modi is waiting for him as well in that lower area of vents. He managed to get in there. Device, point blank range, picks up the frag on Freece. Zip now replying back. The control on the spam wasn't good from either player, actually, long distance that way. Much more difficult skill to put in. That one's also difficult, but nicely executed by Once. 5 versus 2. Trace dumped away as well. Zip now last man standing, and chances are starting to slip away here for fnatic, but somehow Zip wins that battle. I've no idea how he got that. And it's now 4v1. Oh, Lucky little pop of the door. Zip picks up another kill on Dupree. And that's 3v1. He might as well go for this as well, you know. Flash into lobby. He's going to disappear around the other side. He's got bomb in hand too. I don't know. Well, it depends which way he wants to go. If he goes up and now, he could still plant. But they do have men waiting for him here. This is a nice little crossfire setup. I don't know if he's going to see him. No, he's not. And Device will pick up the easy last kill in the end. But he was being a bit of a pain. It's now 15-12. You'd fancy fnatic will do another save here, so that should be 15-13. Then it's on to a massive round, because the way this is working right now means that if fnatic lose this one, as we think they will on an eco, they then lose the buy round, they would then have very little cash left for the final round. Which does mean that Copenhagen Games right now, although they're 15-12 down, I think they're in the driving seat. I think they have the advantage here. Wouldn't be the first time they've gone to overtime either, would it?
Hope it won't.
21-17. Very first game of this latest cup in the RaidCall EMS 1 Summer Cup. Zip. Nicely done. He's not going to get himself a second from there, though. And for some reason, that was just weird. This should be a turkey shoot right now for once, and indeed it is. Last two cleaned up. 15-13 now, and it's now or never, really, fnatic. You've got to win this one. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's going to overtime in our final game of the evening in the quarterfinals. Which way round for fnatic? Are they going to push outside? And the answer is they're going to put Carrigan out there. They've got two out there as well. In fact, Zip and Carrigan are both out there with bomb in the hands of Zip. So they've got to be careful here. Nicely done with the smoke. Grenades deployed. Another grenade going to go over the top of second red. And that's indeed where it heads right now. They've done a little bit of damage. Device down to 28 here has come under a bit of pressure. And two of them have disappeared down Volcano already. But Device might be able to flank. Not just yet, he's not once. Takes a big clip, actually. And he's now down to 28 points of health. This could go any way you like. Modi, though, with the opening kill. Starts things off nicely for fnatic. Get a second one. Reply back in from Cajun and Device straight away. And now it's a 3 versus 3.
Do see Fetish coming in from ramp. He actually looks like trying to get some damage onto Freeze, but doesn't get him down just yet. We have Trace coming in from behind. Picks up one. Can he get a second one? It's a 2v2 situation right now. And now down to a 2v1 for the Wolves, and they will pick up the round. And just like you said, Wolves in the driving seat, might be able to take this to overtime. 1 round to go, and fnatic will be buying up anything they possibly can right now.
It's funny right now, we're heading to the final round. We said earlier on, Device was having a very quiet game in the first half. He only had 6 kills. Look at him now, 26 for 17, top of the scoreboard. And the best in the game, bar none. The other team, of course, very consistent. In fact, both teams very consistent. 18 apiece for 3 of them, 17 for Cajun as we head into the last round. Oh, for the love of God, please, no, not now. Let's just see. Are fnatic able to pick up the final round? Or can Copenhagen Wolves take us to our first overtime of the night? A grenade falls at the feet of Trace. 30 damage done. Flash was defensive more than offensive. And no one will be offended by it, that's for sure. Minute to go. 4v5. Device disposed of. Gives fnatic the advance. And we're still looking at Trace right now. Finally, switching over to Fetish top ladder.
It seems like Fetish likes to be on top.
You had several chances of that earlier on, you know. Not of being on top. Let's not go there with 40 seconds remaining of what could be the final round. Zip waiting. Wants to go in now. Flash is in, and Well, he's just baiting him out. He's trying to bait him out, and did come to the window as well, but they're running out of time here for now. They've got to start making a move. Dupree does pick up one. Zip, though, goes back in. There was a little bit of a bait there, and I'm not sure his teammates are going to be particularly pleased with him. Definitely not pleased right now, because Dupree has picked up 2 big kills in a row, and it's now a 2 versus 1 fetish. He's the last man standing with 12 points of health. They've only got 10 seconds, though, and they've got to plant this bomb right now, and it doesn't matter, because Moddy has nailed fetish, and Copenhagen Wolves have gone down fighting 16-14 overall, and that is GG for Fnatic. Well played to last season's Cup 3 winners against this season's Cup 1 winners. It's always going to be a bit of a clash, frankly. 16-14 sounds about right.
Yeah, phenomenal gameplay by both teams, to be honest. I mean, Fnatic, they had a relatively strong terror side there, picked up, I believe, 4 rounds for themselves. And then over on, the CT side picked up 11 rounds. We saw Copenhagen Wolves pick up 4, and the Wolves showed us that they still have a little bit of a bite, you know, taking it 16-14, but unfortunately for them, they won't be able to win this. But pretty much what you can say, though, is they get points, if I'm not mistaken. They leave 25 for getting into round of 8. So this means that they'll have 125 points now in the overall cups, which might actually be enough to guarantee them a spot in the offline finals.
I'm pretty sure that you know, both these teams will make it through to the 16 anyway, the group stage, and the group stage is actually what decides the offline. So pretty sure we're going to be seeing both of these back again. They are 2 top teams in Europe right now, and Denmark is just absolutely blessed right now with some fantastic Counter-Strike Go players. They really have got some stunning players up there in the north. I know what they feed them in Denmark, but whatever it is, keep on doing it, because it's marvellous to see. I have seen the women there. Denmark has, actually Copenhagen has an 85% rule, you know. 85% of the women are hot.
I've been to the airport once, that's pretty true.
True story. Anyway, that's it from us this evening. We will be back with the same chaos, the same madness, and the same fantastic fragging from Counter-Strike Go. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central European Time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Professional grade communication tool. The choice of professional teams. Perfect stream viewing experience. Chosen by online streamers. Easy to use voice messenger service. Chosen by over 12 million gamers.
Communication is always vital when competing in tournaments. Winning a match requires perfect